Hey, good morning to you. Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with an update to your Hokey video blog for Sunday morning, the last day of August. Can you believe it is finally here? We are starting September as we head throughout your Monday and thereafter. This morning, things relatively calm across wave country. Got a few thunderstorms we'll be talking about for this afternoon, and certainly some very warm temperatures as we head throughout Tuesday and beyond. Let's start with today's Hokey weather fact first, though. 40% of landfalling hurricanes in the United States do, in some way, shape, or form, strike Florida. You got a big peninsula jutting out in the middle of the Caribbean and the Atlantic there. It kind of comes with the territory, right? You can tell your friends you learned that this morning. Now let's talk about the current tropics. We got Fred out there over just the coast of Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau. This is a pretty far east storm to be named. I mean, my goodness, right off the African coast, and boom, it's already a tropical storm, pretty vigorous. It's expected to weaken, though, as it heads westward. It is so far away from us that we're not even going to worry about it right now. What a lot of folks out in Hawaii are worried about is this. There is a trio, yes, 3 hurricanes out in the central Pacific. Kilo, Ignacio, and I'm going to hazard a guess and say this is Jimena or Jimena. I'm not quite sure. But Ignacio is the one that Hawaii is most concerned about. The current track takes it just north of Hawaii right now, but it's close for comfort, that's for sure. So those folks have had a few near hits, and let's hope that that continues. The third probably near hit of the season here is going to be just that, a near hit and not an actual hit. So we'll keep watching the tropics for the next several days because the tropics do peak as we head toward September and October. Here's a few isolated downpours that we have off to our west this morning. You'll see them now across portions of what looks to be eastern Orange County into western portions of Washington County, Indiana. Salem will not be seeing these this morning, but they're mostly fading away. There's not even lightning associated with this. Out to our west, there were some lightning strikes, keyword were, but now over portions of the southern portions of the Evansville metro area there on into Henderson, Providence, Madisonville, Kentucky. Yeah, all this stuff is pretty much dissipating as expected per the models this morning, so we'll keep watch on it the next couple hours. It should be out of our hair, though, as we head toward probably late morning or so. Here's the deal. We've got the clouds over us now. Got a few of those showers and thunderstorms over southern Missouri into the Ozarks. Flash flood warnings out there. But our disturbance is going to be coming out of the south today. It's this area of rainfall that you see marked off as the upper level disturbance. It'll be moving north along the Appalachian mountain chain today, and that helps inspire scattered thunderstorms for this afternoon. Here's how it works out on Futurecast. We're up to 78 by 10:30. Now, if you're heading out to lunch, you should be all right, but it's after lunch when we start to see some of these scattered showers and thunderstorms developing. Like we said yesterday, we're going to go glass half full there. There's a 70% chance that you won't see a storm today. There's a 30% chance you will see a storm today. So, it's going to be a scattered afternoon storm chance that only a few of us see. Most of us do stay dry, but it will be a little more numerous than what we saw yesterday. By tonight, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll get rid of the storm chance completely. In fact, we'll be getting back down into the 60s and the 70s in some cases, but I think even here in the city, we'll be at around 69 degrees. Here's your 7-day breakdown. You'll notice that we've got very limited storm chances after today. I mean, this is pretty much it. We're going to get real dry over the next several days, and this kind of gives us pause because I mowed my lawn yesterday, and it was like a dust storm out there trying to mow it, because we've only had just a few drip drops here and there over the past week or so, and now we're dealing with, after today's storm chance, probably an extended period of dry weather and hot weather at that. Now, with the dryness built in with the hot weather, we may need to raise these high temperatures by Friday and Saturday. It's hard to tell this far out how much we need to raise those temperatures, because once the dry air starts feeding into it, the dry ground as well, kind of feeds off of one another, and that's how the temperatures get higher. We have our hottest weather, by the way, in our driest weather. You never get a wet 100-degree reading around here. It's always a dry 100, right? So let's talk about today first. It's 86 degrees for the high temperature. Kentucky State Fair's ending. They got Boys to Men and Kool and the Gang at Freedom Hall starting at 8 o'clock tonight. As you're exiting that concert, no rain problems. Maybe a drip drop or two going in, but it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock when we got the main storm chance, and when you may need to duck indoors to the indoor exhibits for a bit until you come back outside again if you want to ride some rides or something like that. Otherwise, the rain chance today is going to be maximized during the afternoon. I've kept the 10% rain chance in early in the day just because we've got a few of those downpours. One or two of those may try to pop up once again, so we'll keep it in that kind of as a what we call a CYA, just in case there. But by 9 o'clock, it's down to a 20% chance. I think by midnight, we'll be down to a 0% chance. All right, for the Monday morning commute, if you're putting the kids on the bus, it'll be about 69 degrees here in the city. No jackets required here. Some of those outlying areas may get 62, 63 degrees. You may need a jacket. Most of the kids I know probably all right. By lunchtime, 80 degrees. Partly sunny skies by then. Only a 10% storm chance during the day, so just about all of us staying dry then. Tuesday, 90. That starts our stretch of hot weather all the way through the weekend. And here's the earliest alert outlook. And you'll see how we keep the 90s through about September 7th. Yikes! That's going to be about an 8-day stretch there of hot weather that we're going to see. Actually, a 7-day stretch. I can't add this morning. I've been up since 1:30 this morning. But let's talk about September 8th, because that's going to be a day of change for us. This big, hot ridge of high pressure that we're going to be seeing for at least a week by then is going to be giving way. We've got a confidence meter of a 6 on this finally giving way to a cold front moving in. Big batch of much cooler air coming in from Canada, and storms to go with it as we head throughout what looks to be the 7th into the 8th, and probably during the 8th as well. But these temperatures could only top out in the lower 80s, maybe some upper 70s in some spots, as this big, high-pressure area moves in from Canada. This thing's going to be sprawling. It's going to be wonderful because it'll feel like fall again, and we'll be really close to fall by that point on September 8th, only just less than 2 weeks away. So get ready for it, folks. I think this may happen. The GFS, the European model, both in stride with this. Of course, the Euro's a little more delayed in onsetting the storm, so I've gone with that at this point for our storm chances. Kind of delayed things until about the 7th or 8th or so. So let's just go with that for now, and we'll time things better as we get closer to it. But after that, it's all 80s from here on out. Plenty of sunshine with that high-pressure ridge moving on in, or I should say the big trough, the high pressure at the surface there. So really pleasant weather coming up if you can wait about a week and a couple days for it. That's kind of the only caveat to this forecast. Nothing extreme coming up in our forecast. So things generally quiet, as is protocol this time of year. I'll be back at Wave 3 News at 6 and 11 tonight. And of course, I'll see you next weekend as well. For now, I'm Meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Have a very pleasant Sunday.